Hello, hello, everyone. God, it felt so weird using my other hand. I had Palo Santo in it. So we're here. We're here. Obviously, I just got out of the fucking shower, so forgive me. My hair is like all kinds of fucking crazy. But that's normal for me, I guess, right? But I was guided to do another reading, and hopefully, and I was actually, I mean, I always go into the readings optimistic, and maybe it's just the Sag in me. That's always optimistic going into the reading, like, this is going to be the best reading ever. And then Spirit's like, darkness and doom. And I'm like, come on, Spirit, fuck. Because Spirit knows I'll fucking say it. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully this message is a little nicer, but you know, we need to know what we need to know, and we need to know it. So let's smudge ourselves before we get into this. Oh man. Oh. I always get nervous now when Spirit fucking tells me it's time to go live, Grace. And I'm like, shit. Like, are we ready? Are we ready for this, Spirit? Really? I didn't even look in the fucking mirror. I just fucking awful. Spirit tells me what to do, and I just fucking listen. So we are back with the Harrow cards. I gave Pineapple Charming a good shake off camera. I will have timestamps in the comments, and if I remember, in the description as well. Hey Kathy, how you doing? All right, let's do Naked Heart Tarot. That's a decent sign. Let's not jinx it. I don't have any wood around me. Yes, I do. It's under here. And Healing Light Tarot. Okay, that's questionable. So let's start with Pineapple Charming. For those of you who are not familiar with Pineapple Charming, okay, Pineapple Charming is a synchronicity pineapple to help you discern. There's over 1,000, well, thousands of charms in here, okay? The charms may or may not resonate with you. If the charms don't resonate with you, either you trust your own discernment, you'll take what you need to take and leave the rest, or it's not an emergency that Spirit's like blaring at you to pay attention, okay? For those of you who have not issues with your discernment, but you question your discernibility, okay? These charms are to help you. If one or more charms rings a bell for you, they're synchronicities for you, it's because there is something in the message for you to take away from it. Okay, whether it's the message in its entirety or just one thing I say that clicks and it was meant to click. Okay, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't from the messages. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, we're going back in. Okay, so we've got quite a few charms here. So it's almost personal reading. It's going to be for a very certain niche of you. Okay, and it is meant to catch you whenever it is meant to catch you in divine time. These readings are timeless. So we've got a letter Y that almost rolled away. Okay, so we have an owl. Cute little red one. Okay. We've got a loving pepperoni pizza. You may have recently ordered it, are eating it, or it triggers a memory, right? We've also got Frida Kahlo. So you may be Mexican, Mexican-American, be an artist, particularly have a thing for her art, or her story, or share a similar story, because her story's pretty fucking wild, to be fair. I don't think there's many artists that don't have some kind of wild backstory. We also have a whale's tail. So whales may be synchronistic for you lately. I've also got an astronaut. So anything to do with outer space may be a synchronicity for you lately. Maybe you've been looking up Neil deGrasse or been watching SpaceX stuff or cursing NASA. Who knows what you've been up to? But the astronaut is there. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune. It's the fortune card. Okay, so you may have, might be a Jupiter placement, could be a Sag placement, could also be the fact that Jupiter is pinging off something in your chart right now. We've also got the clock. It's a very black-faced clock. Could be the dark side of time or the dark side of Saturn. And I heard time might be running out, right? We're on like a deadline. You might be on a deadline right now. We've also got our Caduceus, which to me is also Hermes. So you might be in the medical field. It's also Kundalini energy. Scorpio. All right. We've also got Crab for Cancer. It doesn't have to be Cancer. It could be any kind of synchronicities with crabs. Mind you, any of these could be tattoos as well. We've also got a wand. Magic wand. Star power. I just heard star power. That charm's come out before, but I've never heard star power. We've also got, is that the Virgin Mary? No. Either way, it's one of those little pieces that come on the Catholic rosaries. If it's not Christ outright, it's Joseph. Maybe. Interesting. You may have Catholic roots. We've also got the sheep, so you may be an insomniac, having a hard time sleeping. You may be up late with me right now. In divine time, whenever you catch it, right? You may also own sheep. We've also got a tree. So family tree, ancestry, heritage, things like that come up with the tree. Could have had to cut down a tree recently. Who knows? We've also got a butterfly. Our golden butterfly. And a starfish. Okay. We also have a cactus. Big saguaros like that remind me of when I was driving through Arizona. And then, we've got our treasure box, but this one in particular is a love treasure. It's got a little heart-shaped lock. Key to my heart kind of treasure. And we've also got my purple heart It's the moon, star, and Saturn. Although to be fair, that could be Uranus. Okay. And then I've got one micro playing card. It is the 9 of Spades. The 9 of Spades tarot equivalent is the 9 of Swords. So this could be you being in a state of high anxiety, someone being in a state of high anxiety, or someone having nightmares. Okay, nightmares. If someone's on a karmic deadline or a spiritual deadline, right? Because Saturn's in Pisces and we've got whale synchronicities coming out. Someone could definitely feel like they're running out of time. Okay. And then for beads, we've got zodiac beads and letter beads. For zodiacs, we've got Gemini. That came out yesterday too. Capricorn, which I believe came out yesterday too. And Scorpio, which came out yesterday too. So I don't know what is going on with the caps and the gems and the scorps. But this is 2 days in a row that of all the fucking things I could have pulled out of that pineapple, it's you. Right? It's you. So Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio placements. And then for letters, now the letters have colors with them, but don't get hung up on the colors, okay? It's just for people, because not everybody does, but some people do. Need it like super fucking hit you in the face specific. So blue is for boys and pink is for girls. It doesn't matter what gender you resonate as, okay? It doesn't matter to me. It just needs to make synchronistic sense for you. Okay, so blue for boys and pink for girls. And then yin and yang. So white is yang and black is yin for masculine and feminine dominant energy. Okay, so I've got a pink H, a blue X, a white W, and a black Y. Okay. So if these are initials, they could definitely be initials. They could also be places like abbreviations. So like Heather, Xavier, could be names, Wayne, Yolanda, I don't know. Whatever names might begin with these letters. And then, of course, they may make other sense for you. Okay, like I think WY, is that Wyoming? I think WY is Wyoming. So they might make sense to you in other ways as well. All right. All right. Put them to the side. All right, Spirit. Let's see what our Harrow has to say. Where are we going with this? We're going to start with the Harrow cards. Now, Harrow are D&D cards from the Pathfinder Chronicles, but they work exceptionally well. Exceptionally well in real life cards. So I use them often. Spirit guides me to them often during these almost personal readings. So we're going to find out what's going on. What do y'all need to know at this beautiful divine time? What do y'all need to know? What insight will help you moving forward in your highest good to understand? One more shuffle. What's going on? What's going on? The Inquisitor. What else? The dance and the teamster. Bottom of the deck is the peacock. And the top of the deck is the publican. So that's the top, the publican, and the bottom, the peacock. All right. Let's look into them real quick. The publican and the peacock. The publican is chaotic good. Yeah. It's a chaotic good wisdom card. And then the peacock is neutral. It's a neutral dexterity card. So the publican represents fellowship and camaraderie and a place of refuge for those in need. Most would find the Cyclops inconsequential, but he has insights relevant to the reading. Okay. So the publican, chaotic good energy, right? This is an energy that doesn't necessarily follow any kind of order, or I'm hearing the words regimen, like there's no routine, there's not any defined schedule, like that kind of energy with the publican. This is a chaotic energy. And they are a friend, right? They are a friendship type energy. They are a place of refuge, right? This is an individual who breaks up the divine order of things in a good way. Okay. They have a lot of insight for you in regards to your life. Okay. Even though most would find them inconsequential. Okay. I feel like this person sees. I think that they function off a third eye, right? Because the Cyclops is missing their regular two eyes. They only have the one in the center. And so I kind of feel like this person runs and functions off their ability to see, which is why they're chaos, because most people can't, and they're running on a default, right? People run off a default, I'm asleep program, but this person is kind of outside of the program. Kind of reminds me of like Morpheus energy, to be completely, if I'm going to be honest, it's like Morpheus energy. Regardless of gender. Okay. Peacock. Peacock is the bottom. Now the peacock, it says it's a creature of astonishing beauty, but that can only be retained if frozen like a cockatrice's statues. Smarter people accept the passage of time and dance out of the peacock's way. Its appearance always signifies a sudden personal shift in attitude or a change in societal condition. The beating is under it. So let's just say, right, and uprising is under that. The joke is under that. I feel like someone, if you've got the presence of a publican in your midst, and or you resonate as one, I think this is Spirit's nod to you to acknowledge what kind of beautiful energy you bring to the quote-unquote sleeping program. Most people accept the program and dance out of the peacock's way. But when it shows up, it signifies a sudden personal shift. Okay? So if the publican is Morpheus, the peacock is Neo. The peacock is Neo. Or Trinity, however you want to look at that. I didn't know we were about to jump into the Matrix with this. Hey, Shaylee, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. All right, so we've got two very powerful energies here, and now we've got the Inquisitor and the Teamster. Now, the dance is in between them, but I don't feel like this is a person. I feel like that is a circumstance. I feel like that's a circumstance. Now, if I read the dance, it's a lawful good card. So it's definitely order. It says the dance is a rich and delicate framework like the universe itself. It requires everyone within it to abide by its rules, lest the entire construct collapse. It advises staying in perfect step and knowing your place in the greater good. Those who step out of the pattern do so at their peril. Okay. So everything is functioning on a divine order, right? The dance, the program, the solar quote-unquote system that we function off of. It's a program. I think the publican and the peacock have stepped outside the program, right? Which can collapse the entire fucking thing, right? So, yeah, stepping out of the pattern. But I think that these two people, like, it is in fact their pattern, though. It is in fact, it's almost like it's their job to collapse the quote unquote system. Like they were always meant to. They were always meant to. If we get into the Inquisitor, let me get these two cards up real quick. The Inquisitor and the Teamster. Now the Inquisitor, these are both neutral cards. Okay. So we've got two good aligned cards on the top. And then we've got neutral here in the spread. So the Inquisitor. So you guys can see this. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Shaylee. The Inquisitor accepts nothing save the truth. He represents immutable reality, that which cannot be fooled or swayed in any way. To attempt to go against this unchangeable object, person, or idea is to court disaster. Lawful, neutral, accepts nothing but the truth. Immutable reality. This is someone who accepts nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. By the book, right? Chained to the truth of intelligence, right? This is an intelligence card. It's not a wisdom card. This is factual. Okay. Bound to facts. Believes in science and things like that, right? Natural law. The Teamster is a truly neutral card. It's not lawful or chaotic. It's true neutral. It says the teamster is a driving external force that keeps the subject going no matter what. This force can be physical or mental. As a person who exhorts others to continue on when they have no more strength to give. The force can be for good or ill, but it cannot be ignored. The half-orc depicted is leading a life of constant toil, but it's for his own betterment. Okay. So you can see the teamster here, he is enslaved. He is absolutely being led. Right. But even though it's hard, the labor or the work, the enslavement, it says it is for his own betterment. So there's a certain reason. There's a reason for things. This is force. This is nature, truth, and force. It's almost like Mr. Smith fighting to keep people enslaved, right? Inside the matrix, saying it's for the greater good. Like it might be painful for humans, but it's for their own betterment, right? It's kind of the argument. And so there's this very neutral energy versus this very good aligned refuge type energy that's been taking a beating, right? The beating was under that was been taking a beating by the law of it all. I find it really interesting. See, the peacock is neutral too. The publican's chaotic good. So this is a lot of neutral energy. And the publican is kind of that oddly good energy. Right? All of this neutral energy, like regardless, all of this is in this lawful good dance. Like the divine is good. It loves us. We don't go through things for no reason. We're always learning something. Like if you were, and I'll be the devil's advocate for a second here. Like, especially because there's so much hype over AI taking over humans and shit like that, right? It's almost like if humans were all asleep inside their pods, just letting machines function, there wouldn't actually be any more war because there's no war inside the matrix. Given everybody is enslaved and nobody's free, they're all living in a simulation, playing their role, doing their part, right? Running their program, but they're not necessarily wanting to leave. You know what I mean? And there isn't war like that inside the system. The adverse of it, though, is no one's free, right? We lose choice. And if you've watched my previous videos, love, right? Love is the presence of choice. So if we were to be enslaved in some kind of matrix inside some kind of simulation, there would be no love, right? No true love. Love would not actually exist because there's no choice, right? People fall in love in the matrix and it's a part of a program. They're meant to. The publican, this chaotic good energy, brings that energy of love, that energy of choice back, right? The red pill or the blue pill. You have a choice. Morpheus presented a choice, right? Because love did not exist in the matrix. Love is the presence of choice. Once you have no choice, right? Even in our everyday relationships, if you're with somebody because you don't have a choice, there's no love there. There's no love there. That is convenience. It might be mutual respect and friendship. It might be a lot of conditions. It could be anything, but it's not love because you have no choice but to be together. Love is the presence of choice. And so I feel like even though there are quote unquote pluses to being asleep in the system, right? Asleep in the program, there's no love though. And so we have this chaotic good friend coming in and saying, your beauty it's not unrecognizable, right? In order to capture that kind of beauty, you would have to freeze it in time. And I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. Yeah, it's astonishing beauty. It signifies personal shift, right? That peacock, it's about elevation. Let's get into some tarot, because I want more information on this Inquisitor. The Inquisitor was the one that was bound to the truth, accepts nothing but the truth, immutable, which is unchangeable reality. And he cannot be fooled or swayed in any way. And any attempt to go against this unchangeable object, person, or idea is to literally play with disaster. So I'm using the Naked of the Heart Tarot for this one. Okay. Let me timestamp this. All right, Naked Heart Tarot. Spirit, give me some insight into this Inquisitor energy. Because for a lawful neutral character, he's very dark in his appearance, right? The black and the red and the chains. It's not very pleasant. You know, it's interesting because it's almost like in real life, people who are the publican and are waking people up, right? Getting people out of the matrix. The Morpheuses. Hey, Lori. The Morpheuses of our modern reality. They probably have dark energies and different people after them all the time trying to stop them. We got Temperance here, which is the scales of justice. So could also be Libra energy. It's also Alpha and Omega. So the beginning and the end. We've got the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups. Give me a couple clarity cards, please. The Tower. Four of Pentacles is on bottom. Ace of Pentacles is on top. I feel like someone's trying to break out of the Matrix and the Inquisitor is on them. Like, no, you can't leave. Right? You don't have a choice. That's what the Inquisitor is saying. You don't have a choice. The Four of Pentacles, someone is in a reality and they want to move, but there's this contract they have to break and it has them on pause. It has them on pause. And Spirit's pinging at them. Pinging at them like the opportunity isn't going to arrive. They have to create it themselves. The opportunity is just not going to show up. Like if they want someone to reach out or if they want something to happen in their favor, if they want whatever, like they're going around in a program right now. But they're not asleep. They're very aware that they're in the program. I think the program might even be making them crazy. And yet they don't know how to get out. It's requiring an action on their part. A choice on their part. They might have Sagittarian energy in their chart. They may have Sagittarian energy available to them. It's coming out with the Ace of Cups. There's a cup of love here. The universe would overflow it. The octopus, like the tentacle of the octopus, just it makes me feel like it would come out from the depths. It would literally come out from the deepest and darkest depths if it was summoned. I just heard the word summoned. Someone has to call in someone else. They're stuck in the go-around. It's almost like Morpheus gave them the choice, right? Morpheus gave them the choice, red pill or blue pill. They took both pills and said, let me think on it. And then ate the blue pill. But they're aware of the red pill. You know what I mean? But they're still aware of the red pill. They took the blue pill. They're back in the fucking Matrix like nothing happened, but they still have in their possession the red pill. And so it's like, even if the blue pill kind of wiped their memory, they still have this red pill and they're wondering, should they take it? Should I take it? Because if they take it, they're going to have the Six of Swords, Tower, I need to get the fuck out of here, revelation. Right? Whatever program, reality they're in, they're going to have an immediate, I need to get the fuck out of this reality, like light switch go off. And then they're going to be defending the choice to love themselves because they've been sitting on it. They've been sitting on it. That Ace of Cups, right? They're sitting on it. Literally, it's right here. They don't even want the Three of Cups. They're sitting on the Ace of Cups. And they're going to have to defend it. Lion on the card, Leo energy. We've got Mars energy. Got Libra energy. Because nothing about the red pill makes sense. And it reminds me of this little red owl, right? We're talking about facts, right? Facts, intelligence, knowledge. The owl is wisdom, though. And it's a red one. They have to be willing to accept wisdom, to consume and nourish themselves with wisdom. Right? The act of eating something. They have to be willing to consume and nourish themselves with wisdom. because this person is all knowledge and facts. And they're dealing with a very matrixy program. It's redundant every day. Every day is the same day. I think it's making them crazy. All right, then. Insight into the teamster. The teamster is the one enslaved. And it's for their own good. What is going on? Insight into the teamster. Page of Swords. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. The Empress. Taurus, Libran energy. Hi, Set of Fire in my soul. Nice to meet you. Got the Sun here, Leo energy. The Star card, Aquarian energy. So you might have something along that polarity. Or they, just the other person. Nice. My sun is a Capricorn, Aqua, Sun, and Moon. Cap on Sun, Aqua on Moon. Give me one more. Clarify the Sun, please. Damn. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the World card. This person is truly fixed. Okay. Two of Pentacles on the bottom. The ideal is not the real. The Two of Pentacles. The ideal is not the reality. The ideal is not real. I'm hearing it like that, though. The ideal is not real. Even if it was quote unquote ideal. Everything is quote unquote perfect. It's not real. It's a part of the program. They have beginner's mind. Or very childlike. They're almost very childlike in nature. Wow, this Empress card. Wow. It has the symbol for Venus and it's upside down. It's reversed. No love, no choice. Right? No love. Venus upside down and an upright card. That is no love, no choice. They leave you no choice. This is a sacred soulmate. with the Six of Cups, past lives, past programs. The Sun card. They don't. The Nine of Swords in reverse. We've also got Death, the Wheel of Fortune, and Justice in reverse. So this person, I feel like they have nothing to fear because they're in the system. But they never change, right? The Death card, they never change. Never. And to be them or be with them is wildly unlucky, right? It breeds injustice. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card in reverse. Really, the World card on the bottom. That's Saturn. Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. They get pregnant. That's their job. Look at this. On the bottom of the deck, underneath the World card, their program, right? Their fixed program. They get pregnant. They put in the work and they get pregnant. They're a Queen of Wands, lots of passion, that's sex magic. And it yields for them the 10 of coins. And it causes a lot of interference. 5 of Wands is under that. And forces people to love themselves. Now this 4 of Cups is different. You see how the Ace of Cups is glowing in the background and he's sitting on the 3 of Cups? They sit on third-party situations. They sit on karma. That's their program. They force people to ask themselves what happiness, what fulfillment truly is. They put people between rocks and hard places and confuse them and betray and sabotage. And then roar, right? Leo, lion energy. The truth starts blaring how you've robbed yourself. This is their program. Only when you walk away is it complete. And then they'll start the program over with someone else. Love cup. Brand new love cup with someone who is non-committal, fiery King of Wands who loves the passion. Someone who is on pause and slow to change. I shit you not. This is their fucking program. They don't have a choice. They're asleep. And whoever the Inquisitor is with them, I think the Inquisitor is recognizing the program. Mm-hmm. You know, I find it interesting, set a fire in my soul, what you're talking about in the live chat, because it almost makes sense. Not that this is or isn't a personal reading. I mean, this is an almost personal reading, but it's almost like being inside the program. It's death, right? And someone had this opportunity to wake up and went back to sleep. So it's almost like they died twice. And Gemini and energy, which came out in the dice, the twins, it would make sense, right? That they would have to die twice. Metaphorically speaking, right? I would believe that. Nobody crosses my path by coincidence either. Yeah, I feel like the Inquisitor went back to sleep to be with the Teamster, but couldn't forget the fact that they were holding the red pill in their pocket. And I think it's burning a hole through their pocket. I do. I feel like that red pill's burning a hole in their pocket. And I think that should they eat it, should they take that opportunity, should they pick up that love cup that they've been sitting on, that Ace of Cups, whatever this temperance energy is, I think it is literally going to lightning epiphany shock them into action. All they have to do is pick it up and decide, choose definitively to take it. Let's pull a guidance card. Okay, fine, Spirit. 2. 2 guidance cards. I've got the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Oh, I know. And the White Light Oracle. I'm glad you could tell. And appreciated at that. Not everybody does. They'd rather me be a basic bitch reader. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. I can't. It feels wrong on so many fucking levels. The soul inside my being just can't. Oh, all right. We're going to start with the White Light Oracle. Spirit, please. For those who would catch this message, what guidance is serving them in their highest good to receive in this beautiful divine time? Sekinah. Ivory Soul Journey. All right, I'll look into it. Sekinah. We're going to start there. It says, the spiritual worlds want to help you resolve your worldly concerns It is safe for you to rely on spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical world problems. Do not limit your spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply your higher knowledge and principles, grow your wisdom, and live your path. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul. Treasure the gift of your path, and let your spirituality integrate with all facets of your life. Shekinah is a Hebrew word that translates as the dwelling place of the divine, which reminds me of the publican card, right? Because it was talking about a dwelling, and it's this chaotic good energy. Shekinah is the embodiment of the light. She is in us when we are living our spiritual path, applying our wisdom and principles so our actions, our courage, our choices awaken compassion in the world. We are the sacred change makers and healers of the collective. The divine electricity of spirit needs willing soul bulbs to shine forth in the world. Shekinah is the sacred feminine, the capacity for an experience of spirit entering the soul of a human being. When a soul is approaching the sacred experience of Shekinah, the ego has given way to some degree. There is enough inner space and heart willingness to surrender and receive so that spirit can infuse the soul. The soul becomes more luminous with white light. We resonate more with spirit than ego and feel like our true selves. When the soul becomes Shekinah, a holy dwelling place of spirit, our experience is very different to the ego-driven way of living. We slow down and accomplish that which is meaningful. We feel connected to all that is. So we are inspired to do what we can according to our tendencies and talents. We co-create rather than compete. You have permission and encouragement from spirit to embrace your spiritual practices that resonate with your heart and commit to them, especially when you think you don't need them or they don't seem to be doing anything for you. Those are the times you need them the most. This is like the Big Bang, right? That chaotic good is the light popping off in the darkness and creating all that is, bringing light to it all. The Kabbalah might be synchronistic for you. In a different way for me, but same. Same. Yeah. Shekinah is when we talk about, like, if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you already know, because I've talked about merging, right, integrating divine will with our free will. Like, we can choose whatever we want to choose here. Spirit, the divine, gave us choice, right? The presence of choice. It's unconditionally loving. We can choose whatever we want. But when we choose of all choices to align ourselves with divine will and surrender to the divine, that we would allow spirit the ability to manifest here, and that we would truly be a vessel for divinity here in the realm of manifestation. What that does, it's like creating a big bang or spark in the dark, right? It's like a Neo in the program. That's what happens. That's what happens. Like a light goes off. Like a light goes off. Because someone woke up. Right? Someone woke up. Someone became unplugged. What else, Spirit? That's all right. We all know what we're meant to know when we're meant to know it. We got support and the inner queen. Archon, Barbello, and Goddess Persephone. I think the cards in this deck are so darn pretty. Card number 9. We bring you the gift of support. Our support is available to you on all levels. We offer spiritual support of inspired ideas, unconditional love, and divine energy. We offer the ones that embrace your ability to fulfill your divine destiny. We offer psychological support as we assist you in upgrading your belief systems to ones that enhance your ability to fulfill your divine destiny. We offer emotional support through spiritual friendship, unconditional acceptance, and unlimited compassion. We offer physical support by providing for your material needs for nourishment, shelter, security, and safety. We are able to support you with peace and with prosperity in subtle and very practical ways. Notice how much easier it is to live your life with courage when you know that no matter what, you shall be provided for, and what you need is only ever a prayer away. This is about knowing that you and the divine are in connection with each other and that you are co-creating together. This is about holding high intention, right? And there is no other intention truly than the highest good of all, because that's divine will. And when you align yourself with that, it's saying, please trust, we're going to inspire you. We're going to inspire your thoughts. We're going to allow unconditional loving vibration and divine energy to flow through you, and everything you need in the material world will be provided for. Because if you think about it, if you opened yourself up to divine will, right, and allowed spirit to be here, present in the material realm, right, a world of sleeping people, locked in a program, spirit who loves us unconditionally and would only give us choice, who would truly only give us choice, because if we're sleeping, then we have no choice. We're plugged into the system. We're having our energy just fed off of. But if spirit can crack in and present choice, the whole quote unquote system can collapse. All of your needs will be met. There's not a single point in the matrix where Neo or Trinity or Morpheus actually worried about whether or not they were going to have food. You know what I mean? Like, not once. Not once. You're most welcome. You know, it's interesting because I'm not a religious person, but I still listen to quite a bit, like different, almost like podcasts on YouTube from different people. And I learn quite a bit in the mirror of it all. I learned quite a bit in the mirror of all of it. I'm an observer. Mm-hmm. The inner queen, Persephone. I think that to not study or to not, yeah, they are intertwined. I think to not study or to shut something out or deem it as XYZ is to accept ignorance. And I think to cast judgment or opinion on certain things without truly fully understanding it is not the correct way to go about things. Like, you can research things and not necessarily agree or practice any of it, but to be ignorant and not want to know what it is, it's kind of silly, right? In very basic bitch terms, it would be like a Democrat and a Republican sitting in a room denouncing the other, but they never really took the time to understand why they believe what they do. They're just calling each other ignorant. And it's like, but in the divine mirror of things, you're both kind of ignorant because you both didn't even learn or research or obtain any knowledge or wisdom about the other before you went and shut it down, right? So, hey, Meta, how are you? So I like to definitely be in the know about things and use that wonderful free thinking mind that Spirit gave me and draw my own conclusions. And I definitely look at everything from the perspective of the mirror, humanity in the mirror all the time. Yeah, true facts, Kathy. True facts. Goddess Persephone and the inner queen says, we bring you the empowerment of the inner queen. The inner queen exercises authority through divine feminine wisdom. Her empowerment is active within men and women that consciously seek to honor feeling, instinct, and intuition, and choose to live their lives according to a moral code of compassion. When the inner queen stirs within, judgment is replaced with empathy for your own suffering and that of others. You can understand that human beings who cannot resolve their suffering will unconsciously act out their pain in the world. They are unconsciously expressing their inner story with their outer actions, the story of their inner pain. The healing power of the inner queen brings inner pain to consciousness where it can finally be released and the soul freed. This can happen because of her compassion. She does not approach life with a fearful or judging nature, so she can move freely through all realms, witness great pain and darkness, and remain centered in her heart, shining a gentle light of intention for the liberation from suffering for all beings. She reminds us of our innate divine dignity and the healing power of our compassion. The oracle of the inner queen comes as a reminder that your compassion for yourself and for others is the source of your power. That's why I was saying the only real intention is the highest good of all. That intention holds compassion, truth, honor, and integrity, and all of that unconditionally loving vibration for yourself and everybody else. Because we're not disconnected from each other. So the highest good of all includes all. That's all. Divine feminine energy is surrendering and allowing yourself to receive, right? To be divinely inspired, to receive those inspirations, to allow yourself to take those actions, right? Speak those words, be that presence where you're divinely guided to be, right? Me being divinely guided here tonight to give this message is different than where someone's going to be divinely guided to be tomorrow that I'm not going to be. I'm going to be divinely guided here for my birthday. It's my birthday tomorrow. Y'all are catching me on my solar return, you know, but it's like one candle lights another candle and loses nothing. We are all here helping each other wake up. And the reason why we're helping each other wake up is because we're really fucking tired of living in a program where love, the presence of choice, does not exist. We love each other enough to wake up so that we can actually live, like really live, like we're all breathing and we're all eyes open and we're all touching shit and smelling things, but that's not living. That's not living. People can quote unquote live every day and spend their entire life feeling dead inside. You only truly live when you wake up out of the program and you're no longer plugged into this fucking system. Mm-hmm. Good. I made the same promise. That would make us on the same team. How about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And likewise, just as equal the other way around, because sometimes we can't hold compassion for others without holding compassion for ourselves. Because not holding compassion for the self, sometimes it turned us into a crutch, our compassion for others. And sometimes they need to remember that they can stand. Like, just because the leg was broken, you needed a crutch for a while doesn't mean you become dependent on the crutch. Sometimes the crutch just has to leave and say, see, you can stand. You don't need me anymore. Right. The beauty of compassion. All right, guys. I thank you and appreciate you all for your presence. I will probably, well, I know my divine rebels are going to see me tomorrow. We got a weekly duality report to do. Our masculine and feminine energies collectively see what is actually going on. Nice. And they came together and created you here. What a blessing. So, my divine rebels, I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else might see me again tomorrow too. To be completely fair, it's my birthday and I'm going to be on some crazy, awesome solar energy. I don't know if it's going to end up coming out yet on YouTube or if it'll come out in my dream catcher that I'm working on. Hey, Victoria. Oh, you want to see it? You guys want to see the dream catcher I'm working on? I've been working on it for a while. It's getting there. It's huge. It's huge. I don't know if I could fit the whole thing in camera, to be fair. But you can see how big it is compared to me. Like, it's down past my knees. But I've been working on it for a hot minute. It's almost there. I find a lot of joy in the creative, meditative experience of making things with my hands. Oh, it's even, I wish you guys could actually see it in person. Like, it's, I love it. I love it. Making dream catchers is one of my favorite pastimes. So y'all will know, because it's too big for me to keep. It'll end up in my Etsy shop eventually, and somebody's meant to get it. Although I don't actually call it a dream catcher. It's an intention catcher, because we don't chase dreams. We catch them. We catch them. All right. Good night, everybody. I love you. Stay blessed and beautiful always. Bye.